Texans struggles with food insecurity and hunger. And many people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. The Better Living for Texans program is here to help you learn how to make healthy menu choices, save money at the grocery store, prepare quick and delicious meals, get more good nutrition in your day, and get more physical activity. Classes are fun, friendly, interactive, and free, and taught in English and Spanish. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so happy that you joined us today on the Cindy Cochran Show. And remember that Tuesday is the day that we try to focus on the deaf world and have interesting people, interesting stories, and, you know, just to, and you always want to turn your phone off. I'm sorry. I thought I turned it off. Okay. So anyway, we always want to have interesting people and stories and how interpreters became interpreters and just about the deaf world itself. So we're going to do that in just 1 minute. I want to first thank our sponsor is Wootton Financial Group. It's such a long name, but Chris Wootton is the CEO. Oh, and he is wonderful. He loves us so much that he became the sponsor a second time around, and so that means that he really does feel like this is a good show. Okay, so if you want to sponsor this show or donate to this show, we'd love to have you. And all that information is on the IR Lone Star Community Radio, Facebook. And Facebook, and what else is it on? Do you think I should tell them about? Oh, Richard's not talking to me today. Okay, but let me tell you, and I want to introduce you to our guest today. We have Julie Owen and her mom, Annette Owen. And I know I spelled that right because I couldn't, there's 2 N's and there's 2 T's, and so I got it right. Anyway, these are fascinating women that you won't believe all the things that they have been through, conquered, and are just having a good time in life. They don't let the past, they don't let anything that's, that other people can get so depressed about, don't let it worry them. And when I saw Julie, I've known her a long time, but haven't seen her in a long time. And when I saw her, I knew her immediately because she came up to me and started signing "Sunshine on My Shoulder Makes Me Happy" from the Signing with Cindy show. She said that's her favorite program. She is my #1 fan, and I'm so excited to have her on my program. That's been since 1981 is when that program was on PBS. So that means that my hands are older than yours. And so I have to keep exercising these fingers so I can keep signing. But now Annette, her mom, does not sign. She had Julie speak, and she learned to lip read, but she did not learn. Annette, her mom, didn't learn to sign. but she can understand Julie perfectly. Some of us have a little bit of problem because when Julie gets excited, sometimes it's difficult to understand her, but that's okay. It's like with someone that has a really heavy accent and they start talking too fast and it's difficult to understand them. Same thing. It's like. So she's going to be talking and signing with me, and then but her mom will be doing some reverse interpreting by just listening to her, and she knows what she's saying and trying to say, and then she will tell us and make sure we're clear on that. But Annette, her mom is amazing. I have to say, I went over to their house yesterday and spent about 3 or 4 hours. I was only going to be there just a little while, but the house is just huge, and they have accomplished about every art form there is. Annette, her mom said, well, I painted that, and I thought it was like a Rembrandt or something, and it was like, what? You painted that? She says, yes, I painted that. But it's funny, is because they use the sign like this, like you're a painter and you're going to paint a wall, but she paints these beautiful, beautiful pictures, and they all have like a style, and I was just amazed. And one day I will get the pictures of it and put it on my Facebook. I'll have to come back out there and take pictures of all y'all's pictures. That were so, because my jaws dropped every time I would see one. I go like, you did that? You did that? And I said, yes, yes. So Annette, tell me about. We're gonna start with your mom. Tell me about when you found out that you were pregnant with Julie.
Well, first, my 2 older daughters got the German measles, or rubella, 3-day measles, whatever you want to call it. They got up the same morning with it, and they were in school, probably 7 or 8 years old, and I wasn't pregnant then, I don't think, but 18 days later, I came down with the measles, and I mean, I didn't realize that I was even pregnant, but I did have to go to the doctor, and there was a lot in the newspaper telling about how bad these babies were affected after the mother had the measles, and my mother told me, says, you can't have this baby because a lot of them were just vegetables. Well, I went to the doctor and suggested an abortion, and but they did not approve it because I didn't go to the doctor when I had the measles, so there was no medical evidence. So my doctor said there is a test that they can do and find out if I've recently had the measles. But that took several weeks. And when I went back, he said, well, the test shows that you did have the measles, so we will approve the abortion, and told his nurse to go make an appointment. And I said, I don't want to do that now. I've already felt movement with this baby. And so, I would rather go ahead and have her. And so that's was the first thing that I had to get over, was realizing that she was a rubella baby, So when she was born in Pasadena, they had to put the baby in my room because she was a measles carrier, and they couldn't bring her in and out of the nursery. They said that was the first baby they had ever let stay in the room with the mother. But anyway, we managed that, and I know my mother had a stroke when she was 50, and Julie was just a few months old, and my aunt kept her because I was at the hospital with my mother. My aunt already had 5 kids, but she came down 18 days later. She came down with the measles, and she caught it from Julie. And it just,
That was a terrible time because I remember that well. But my family wanted all the kids to come together and get the measles and the mumps all at the same time so they didn't have to worry about it. And so they exposed us all, and put us in the same room so it wouldn't take that long to get over it and then get back to school. But it was so dangerous. We had no idea how dangerous it could be. It was like worse than COVID in the sense of how many people it had killed. So, like when polio came, and all during that time, so many things came at us, and we had to, try and fight. And then the vaccine came along, and we were able to take the vaccine, and that was it was terrible. But she was born, and what you didn't know that she was deaf.
no, because she cried and laughed just like a normal baby. She loved to hold a pencil, not a sharpened pencil, but just a pencil, and twist that pencil around and laugh at it, when she was tiny, So we had parent discussion meetings at the hospital with other families that had rubella babies. And I thought it was strange that I had the only one there the baby could hear, I thought. And everybody else's baby was deaf. And they told me that she would not sound different until she started trying to talk. So that night, after that meeting, and I went home, and she was asleep in the bed, and my husband and I turned on a loud radio, and we got some pots and the pans and banged on them, and she didn't budge. She just kept sleeping through it. So I realized then that she was deaf, and she was 8 months old.
Wow, that sounds like in the movies.
Yeah.
You saw that in Helen Keller. They couldn't accept the fact that she was deaf, and all the noise that they would make to try and startle her. I think probably every parent after that movie came out went home and wait till the kid wasn't looking and started banging and making loud noises. But Julie, you just learned to lip read after you were started growing up. You lip read all the time, and you talk all the time. And who was who taught you that?
Both of us. I'm reading you to the either and then it name he I did the right back taught me how to talk in the screen. That the reason the neighbor turned you to trip further depth different that's forbidden not to done. That means what? That deaf to learn to learn the talk first. But that teacher learn to talk by the down, the word with A, B, whatever that teach. I don't remember that part. It's been a long time ago. It's about not. maar toen ik aan een toen aan het en maar
Some words, some words. But
dat weer hebben op die funny, but like it now didn't rock, maar dit
yeah, she didn't walk till she was 3 years old. And I would be taking her, holding her hand, taking her, walking, and I would say, walk, walk, walk. And about the first sound she made was, aw, you know, so. But, you know, she.
That's funny. But she started learning sign language at 13.
Right.
And did you learn that at the school for the deaf, Houston School for the Deaf?
No, I went to trip it out for 12 years down. That's a teacher then time for me to, because I'm getting over, they put me to public tour. To cut current mainstream.
Mainstream.
That focus there. Down my tree name is Odin.
Aldine.
Odin took I. When I first time with that tour, I was like, whoa, there's too many people I've never seen. I did not the same in at the private tour. I knew the tour for the deaf. It was not the same. It's totally different because you the tour for the deaf, they can act. Let me kiss that boy after that boy kid is classroom, not the same in the public tour. How that now, 20 kids in the classroom.
But were you shocked at all the signing
Yeah,
of the deaf
I know
kids, of the deaf
Oh,
students?
yeah. The bird that I did down there, the teacher added teaching me to learn the alphabet first.
Okay.
So that I learned.
You learned the alphabet first. And then,
Food, D, is that. Okay, the person name is Pufferstein. You have earned a bit of red puff by the bit. And then the teacher based it down, not it there. So I learned it there way later. So,
right.
so I did learn the alphabet first, the pick up that do again. Do that peanut nose that pretty fast. Pick at the kid that know what the word means that out. That it out. I pick up the word.
So you're glad that you learned the lip read and speech, and as the best that you could learn that.
I would take it my, but that to me, yes.
And your family and everyone was very supportive of that.
Yeah.
Now, but still, you didn't sign till you were 13, and you had to lip read everybody in your family, and when you went somewhere, but because you became like an expert lip reader, right?
Yeah.
So when you're watching TV and you see like they're playing baseball and they have a close-up picture of the people talking. Now, we can't hear them, but you can read their lips. Are you embarrassed sometimes in what they're saying?
Well, first of all, that time when I watched the Astros, I was started Astros game. That time the players were saying about okay.
I bet it's not sometimes. I bet it's a lot of times.
That is the main that the cat didn't fight the F word. All the F word for that.
The F word or the S word? Yeah. Well, I think even the hearing who can't read lips, sometimes the player makes it so obvious what they said because of how mad they are, and with like the umpire. The umpire is, yes, and fighting, yes. So it was always funny that the deaf men would say they really they love sports, and they just loved being able to read the lips of the players. It made it more fun to them. So I'm glad to know that you saw that, and that the players aren't perfect. No,
No, not really.
no, they make mistakes, and that the Astros won last night, right?
Yes, we won.
Okay, good, because I didn't get to see it, and it's the most messed up thing about TV where they have the games on and what you have to have. You have to have AT&T, or you have to have this or that, and my husband lives for the Astros. He loves them so much, but Altuve,
I don't think, yeah.
he's so great, and it feels like the Astros are missing him. I think the Astros miss him not being able to play because he was hurt on his thumb.
He was playing the 20 game training, but with the other team, but I didn't do that time because the team was not on. Most of the time, they were ready to do the game started. I got mad. I wanted to watch this. That's not done enough. Remember?
Yeah.
At the game, the training game.
He is so popular, Altuve. Everyone loves him, so they just and I think it was his right hand that he hurt.
I'm not sure what I think the face is my ear, but he was telling my ear, which is just yet. It was just up and down. But yeah, how that done? You just want in the back.
As you can see,
I remember
Julie remembers everything, and Julie knows all the details, details to everything that she's tells a story of. And I remember when I saw her and she started signing "Sunshine on My Shoulder" to me whenever I came into the church. She hadn't seen me in 50 years, like 20, probably 30 years, yeah.
Because I didn't ask kids, so it's looking.
Right.
The way I remember, I was living in an apartment in the witness, and I was married 1980 to 1990 because I lived 3 years apartment. That's why I remember didn't really about work because it's so close to the live.
Yes.
So I didn't have kids that much, I have kids back then. So that it's close to my work.
Well, I
That's
think
why I've been 27 years because my dad will be 28 this May. So
I want people to understand some. Julie has not only survived the birth, and she can talk, she can sign, she can read lips, and her life wasn't always just perfect. Things happened, and it's terrible what she had to go through and overcome, and being a single mom because and take care of her children because of her husband's actions, and it wasn't anything that she had done, and she could have just crumbled up and hid somewhere, but she didn't. She lived, she kept going, and she taught herself things like calligraphy and the piano, and she took some lessons, but she had to sit down and it would take her months to learn something on the piano. And there are other famous people who were deaf and that played the piano, but there's not that many. So
very many.
she had many newspaper articles about her and all that she has done. And she raised 2 children that are amazingly brilliant and so smart, and they have just thrived. And they did that because their mom, right? They looked at you, you looked at your mom, you were inspired by your mom and her way that she lived and overcame things, and how much she loved y'all and gave you so much attention that you were able to raise 2 children that have gone off, went to college, went to fabulous jobs that they have. I can't even say the word. That it's difficult to understand exactly what they do because it's difficult to understand exactly what their jobs are because they're so. No, I'm just saying that it's difficult to understand your children's jobs that they have because they're so
It's complicated.
complicated, and I'm amazed. And so don't ever say, well, I can't do this or I can't do that. You see people, you meet people like Julie and Annette, and you go, these are women like me, and I can do that too. It's wonderful.
Don't I can't. God,
She said,
Oh, say the- okay.
Don't say the word I can't.
Yeah, that's very true. And I love the bracelets that they have that says, God's got this, and He's going to take care of it. So it's wonderful. And she goes to church every Sunday, and she's in the deaf community there at church, the family at church there, and she has has never given up on that, and she relies on God. And her parents were someone that she saw that they loved each other, and then there was, of course, every family has conflicts, arguments, but that you're still loved and that's and supported by a family. And so that's why I put the picture of your picture. It was an older picture of your family, but it's one that got everyone in it on my Facebook. On my Facebook, if you go to the Cindy Cochran show, and it has your mom's picture and then your whole family's picture on there, and it's so sweet. I love it. You have brought a lot of inspiration to women that you don't even understand. Or ones that you taught other people how to play the piano.
Yeah, my friend.
Yes, your
My
friends.
deaf friend.
Yes, your deaf friends.
It's funny. I have a friend of mine named Timmy and Danny. We just both came over and they asked me about my question by me laugh weird. And then I asked the director me come to see me play the piano. I can't either. I said you do me. I can't either. Did that really come to me? I play for a do that on my mouth. When they me call my daughter to prove to hear me playing the piano, where her daughter at the phone. They want to play too. They teach me to play. Can you teach me? I've taught her a few times. I did when the brother of that I've tried. I know my mistake. I've teach her. Mama said, det pretty good. Don't I taught you blue that. And by the way, I would like to teach you to someday, if you let me.
Me?
Yes,
Play the piano?
someday we want to really black.
I don't know.
Never start the by the down. Don't that. I don't believe it that. Like I said, it takes many years to learn to play the piano. Look at me, I started taking it when I was 15. I finished taking it at age 30. I've done because I was 20 my son. I stopped taking it and so I sit down. What I can teach my dad, I can learn my dad need piano music stuff. My dad.
Well, that's what your mom said. She said you like to learn different things. You
I
want to
could
learn
practice,
new.
practice.
Yeah. And you want to learn new things and all.
Just get the right note, make to do the right note. I can tell about my mistake. It's okay that I will learn.
But-
you also like to learn like diamond dots and
I taught myself, okay, first of all, when I learned to do diamond dots, I started out with more than Mickey Mouse.
Okay, you're saying diamond.
dots.
Diamond dots.
It's that big picture
Yes.
in the room, you know that.
That was amazing. But it's a form of art that you have it's like tiny little squares.
Let me explain. The first night, I was just playing like a tired. That I was there. I went to the upside down. I thought it was at the table. So the next day, I tried to get by the solution is the statement like I did. You could he had the rest, rest. You turn up, it's kind of like a picture, but the tip, and you put on the right, and you the other time it does, and you put you have a bottom with a color cone, like with type of A, between bottom with a number,
Oh yes.
right.
Yes.
The cape with the kit. The cape with the kit.
And also you like to crochet and knit.
Yeah.
And
She said she saw her sister. It was a sister, or was it her sister-in-law that started knitting?
knitting her daughter.
Oh,
My daughter.
your daughter
I
started.
did that music and everything of a part of it. Music, I don't have to do it because they eat. But that you have to focus on the meaning is plus. Look at the team. It takes time. Okay, I ever. Oh, here, Brennan. That goes to my turn. Her name is Dan. Dan. D. Ask me with Nini. PP. D. That Nini pretty much done the death. Couldn't communicate. But my daughter, because my daughter at the time. I multitasking my son fantastic because at the birthday. So that I wanted my daughter to someday teach me how to make it little sweater. It will take forever to make a sweater, but it's super. That means I'm surprised.
But you have someone in your household that is so artistic and so accomplished that she's done so many things herself. Yeah, that she's done herself, and that you have really followed in her footsteps, just doing whatever you feel like you want to do. You learn it, you do it, and you do it so well, so expertly, because your mom, I look at those paintings, and the artwork was just was amazing. I felt like I was in some art museum. Like yes, and that's how good it was, and I just couldn't believe it. And you need to have a show, is what you need to do, because you are so good, and I think.
But she also makes quilts, and I don't.
You don't do that?
And I don't do quilting.
Well, she gets in the car and she goes, I made this.
Yeah.
I made this dress. I made this outfit. So,
About 18 years ago, what made me to start to learn to quilt? Well, before my grandma died, my grandma did make quilt. But okay, so when my grandma died, before that, she had a lot of material that was a lot of turmoil. But I teach myself to make it a quilt. Well, I went to whatever my first. Dan came after me. Let me teach you make it a quilt. I said, okay. The right thing is do a bag. To that I come to my ass. Both, no, I was rock. I could bring an ass both with my kids with the stone. I brought my material by the after pattern. So after many enough the pattern, I started out with 20 bone quilt. So, it's like a small acre quilt. And then stone. That no one dead. So I picked that I connected butter in my care friend. So that time I need a place. They get back quilt. I do that whatever I felt like doing.
but I can't imagine the patience you'd have to do that. And it's just, it's beautiful. The quilts I saw, and your artistic ability. Have you been inspired by her in things
No,
that you've done?
I'm going to leave it up to her to make the quilts.
Okay, I didn't know.
To know that I make quilt, but not. That's what I understand. Our mother over there back with that. You tell the story.
Oh, my mother sewed all my clothes when I was growing up. The feed sack, printed feed sacks. And she worked at Bemis Bag Factory. And during the day, her job was sewing these bags. So that's where she got the material for my clothes.
Was that itchy? Was it itchy? Was it itchy, the material?
Oh, no, it was good cotton material.
It was cotton, because I thought we were talking about those
No,
bags
not
they
the
put
burlap kind.
burlap, that was it. Burlap. No, it was the cotton bags that she sewed together for her clothes.
Yeah.
Well, you've come a long way, baby. now you're sewing your own. You're sewing for yourself, right?
Right.
And that's beautiful. What you have on is beautiful. That's really nice. Yeah, she said, I made this. My sister would sew like the night before, and she'd go like, yeah, I think I'll make this. And she'd stay up, sew it, and the next day that she'd wear that to school. It was amazing. So I went and I took sewing at school, and my teacher came over and said, Cindy, I hate to tell you this, but I think your talents may be elsewhere, because you sewed up that sleeve 2-3 times now, and so I don't think you're going to get it right. So let's let's think about where else we could put you in what class. And that was, so I was embarrassed, like, okay, fine. She thought it was real funny, but I couldn't figure out why I kept sewing that stupid sleeve together. But anyway, so my talents were other places, I guess, instead of that. My sister was she was left brain. And those are the ones that are all analytical and they details, math. They love math. They love to, analyze things. And I was just the opposite. I was right brain. And she respected me and I respected her for the different talents we had and didn't wish I was like you. But it was great because it was a good balance. And so you are like both sides, left and right brain.
I don't aptitude.
Ambitious?
Yeah, no, I think she's trying to say if you're right-handed and left-handed.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Aptitude.
Some things, she's left-handed, but some things she does with her right hand. She cuts with her scissors in the
You're
right
kidding.
hand.
I can't do the mark. Right in it, I do wrong the kind of stuff bunny with playing the red tin, we make a correct determine cut the red in left. Okay, turn around. Run up in that, I do read the right to go that this way, that the right to there. Okay, I think people go this way.
Yeah.
And
See?
then I can't do my didn't right. And when I did, I put my in, I put my tin that in. Down to pay.
That's really interesting. You throw with your with right hand. Okay. Wow.
A bonus, I got bonus in my and I get to not that bit right.
Now you're speaking Richard's language. He loves to bowl. You see, 300. There's a sponsor. Is 300 bowl is.
I'm not the bonus, but I put it in.
You're awful at it.
Oh.
Well, Richard must be an expert at it because he's done it so long, and okay. Well, in fact, I have to tell him about a guest we're going to have like next week. Next week, we're going to have a guest that they're having a big fundraiser for Get Out the Vote, and so they're coming in.
But
See, and it's funny because John Wukash, was on here, and he knew him. He didn't know he came in, and he knew him from bowling. So that's a small world, yeah. And yeah, but a big family. A big family here of people that bowl. See, and I thought I was so good. I used a long time ago. I was good. I bowled in the 200s, and so I thought I was just like, nobody could touch me. And then after I got older and after I had kids or something, I went to this bowling alley and I thought, hey, you wanna bet who's gonna win this? And they were like, sure, you're old lady, you can't bowl. And I went, you just wait and see. So I get up there and I go, I threw gutters every time, and they said, do you want us to put up the things?
Yeah.
I said, no, I want that thing that you just put it on, it just rolls down and goes out like that. But I got my clock. It was terrible. And I didn't, I don't bowl anymore. I don't bowl anymore because it made me want to, I'm going to start taking lessons again. And I'm going to come back and I'm gonna beat those boys and show them that it isn't just about age. I'm not too old, because I'm sure there's a lot of older bowlers that are out there having a good time. But
I
it
remember the
is-
bar that started with 8 tickets, because that's my favorite mark. And it's that 8.
Oh yeah. See,
Always run, not that it is.
mine.
Always 8.
I always
And
got,
the top A. The top A, and it's my own.
What's-
That's 8.
what's funny is that the balls that were for little kids,
That, okay.
yeah, little
That's
kids,
And
and they're
I'm
so.
there. After I wear that, and I get that too. All the back.
I had
That
big feet,
too.
but I would get those little the kids' ball, and then you go out there and you rear back and let it go, and it just flies out, because it's so light. The ball's so light, but I still got gutter.
I found that I go to the. Sometimes I go there, they practice. That made funny.
I'm
I made a lot.
yeah, I know, and it was so much. It was a lot of fun.
But yeah,
I
me
liked
too.
it. Yeah, I liked it. Now, today, you guys, I know y'all don't go to the movie. Do you watch movies at home a lot? Do you watch movies?
It depends what we watch it. Our favorite story was the prairie.
The Little House in the Prairie.
Yeah.
Not that stuff.
That's your favorite show.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's an
Oh,
old,
yeah.
but it's good. It was always a good.
That's good, that's
It
good.
taught a good lesson.
Yeah,
You know, I think-
I can remember living like that, with no
Right.
electricity and no cars, because I'm older. So
You're not gonna say. You're not gonna say. She is not. You would not be able to guess, because of course Julie says, "Okay, guess how old my mom is." And I go, and I said, "One, no, go up," and she just made me go up until I got it right. But I never would have guessed the right age. So that's awesome. So she has a lot of memories. She can remember a lot of things in the past that, don't you see the same things happening again and again, and we keep repeating the history instead of learning from it.
yeah, right. So
I think I was a 48, babies, but I see that. I see that happening. I'm sorry, what did you gonna say?
Okay, bit back, yes. But almost I forgot about the effort that was making. It's like part of the back, the red
it's just an apron that the bottom part is a towel, like a hand towel, and you just make it and slip it over your head, and you can dry your hands with that towel.
Now, who made?
And I made 20 of them for Christmas.
Did you invent that?
For all no, my second daughter saw it on TV. Brenda Gant was on TV, and she had one, and Jamie says, "That's what I want for Christmas." So I
That's
made all the
brilliant.
girls in my family
I've never seen it.
20 of them.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's a great idea. That is just a great idea. Y'all have so many ideas. Y'all could be making millions of dollars with this, selling your paintings and teaching us the piano, and that would be great. Now I have to go. We have gone through, and we went through our hour, and so it flew by. This time went by so fast, and now it's time to be over. So I loved being with y'all, and I was so happy to finally get her on my program, and trying to find someone that would help me with understanding and reverse interpreting, And I went over to the house and I listened to her mom and I went, you are going to come on the show and be on the show. And so she just found out yesterday she was going to come on and help so much. And you did great. You did wonderful. You were
Any more
really,
questions to ask me?
no, I think we finished. He's getting ready to turn us off and say bye.
No, I thought you did
Oh,
that.
he said he's too shy. Yeah, Richard's too shy. I just want to say, I want to say thank you very much to my guests, Annette and Julie Owen, and thank you so much for sharing so much.
Thank you.
Very inspirational.
Thank you for having us.
Well, and also I want to thank, of course, Chris Wootton for being our sponsor, and I want to thank all of the first responders. We love you. We admire you. We think you're wonderful. So, call somebody you love. I need to tell everybody that and remember. Call somebody you love. Julie calls everybody she loves. Julie's wonderful about that. Okay, all right, we'll see you later. Tomorrow we have Jeff Barnes and his mom is coming on. They've got a furniture store, and he's a Broadway set designer, and he's working in this store, so you better hurry and get there. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Love you.
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to kick the tires at no charge. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group's process in helping their clients to a clearer financial future and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran's show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
This program is sponsored by the Wootton Financial Group. It is not the intent of Wootton Financial Group to render or offer personalized investment advice or financial planning advice through this radio program or any related website. Wootton Financial Group's participation in this program is limited to providing general information on financial matters and should not be construed as financial recommendation or investment advice. Investment advisory services are offered through Game Plan Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission and the state of Texas. Insurance services are offered through Wootton Financial Group, Inc. Game Plan Advisors and Wootton Financial Group, Inc. are affiliated through common ownership, and neither firm is affiliated with The Cindy Cochran Show. No listener should assume that any information presented and or made available on this program serves as the receipt of or a substitute for personalized individual advice